Now you have 3.5 million followers on TikTok and 68 million likes.
That is a forsythia, and it is edible. I'm gonna show you how to make forsythia syrup.
What has it been like to watch that audience blossom as you've started to share your foraging on that platform?
The honest answer, it is mildly overwhelming. Every day I'm like, who are all of these people and why do they want to know what's going on in my silly little Midwestern life? I'm just picking things up off the ground and quite literally sometimes putting them straight into my face. That was a tart one. So I'm just as surprised as anyone, maybe with the exception being my mom. My mom's the most surprised. I'm very lucky, especially as a woman of color, especially as a Black woman who grew up in the Midwest. Both of my parents are pretty outdoorsy people, which is not always the way that it goes. My mom's way to decompress from long days at Procter & Gamble as one of like the few Black women towards the top of the company was gardening and working outside and going for walks. So if I wanted to hang out with her as a kid, that's usually what I had to be doing too. I still remember this day in particular, must have been right after her birthday and right before mine, just from like the plants that I remember in my mind's eye were in season.
That's beautiful.
And she introduced me to onion grass. And I was just like, so you put this here? You just like hid it in the lawn, like a fun little tree? And she's like, no, it's here by accident. And I was like, what? I've existed for 5 whole years? And this is the first that I'm hearing about accidental food?
Yeah.
Come on now, Mom. And it quite literally spiraled into a bit of an obsession. They're like little tree crystals. Meet the Asiatic dayflower. Look at all of this oniony goodness.
Now, we love to talk about your foraging, but there's a deeper message there as well, that the rate at which our society is consuming meat and consuming processed foods is not sustainable.
Simple answer, I love having a planet to live on, and I love having oxygen to breathe. And I love our oceans not being higher than they already are right now. As we are constantly reaching for more resources to keep up with the dietary habits that we've pretty solidly established globally over the last 30 years, you know, we here in North America have really set the tone for the way the rest of the world is eating. All of those resources that we need, unfortunately, to a degree, are finite. We just have to be a bit more mindful about the food choices we're making. And kind of like I said in my talk, I don't expect everyone to be like, well, the loud lady said to change everything, so I'm done. My diet's out the window. I'm throwing away all the food in my pantry and we're starting fresh. But it just means making a choice when you have a choice. We all definitely do have agency to be making these small changes, and we also have agency to be telling those people that are in control of more than we are that we think some of their practices should change.